The Champions League semi-finals are here, guys, and we're going to be doing our predictions and previews for both PSG, Bayern Munich, and Atletico Madrid, Arsenal. Focused on the first legs. We'll do a second one next week. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button and hit the like button as well. And comment down below your predictions and thoughts for these huge games coming up over the next 2 days. But let's get straight into the preview, guys. The huge game tonight is going to be PSG Bayern Munich, guys. And wow, this, I'm not going to lie, I'm an Arsenal fan, guys, you know. But this is a final game. These are the two best teams in the world. Let's put it that way. The most exciting teams to watch. The best players in the world. It's going to be absolutely mental. And I cannot wait to watch this one. Thank God they haven't put them on the same day like they do with the quarterfinals and all that. But PSG Bayern Munich, I mean, wow, Parc des Princes. This is a chance for PSG to get an advantage because I think away at the Allianz is going to be very difficult for them. But I'm not going to lie, when it comes to PSG, in terms of fluid football, attacking football, and just the fluidity in the team and everyone in it, when the system is clicking 100%, I think they're the best team in the world. Let's put it that way. As good as Bayern Munich are, I think individually and just as a team, the most exciting team and the best football, I think, is PSG. But Bayern Munich's output, especially in attack, cannot be dismissed because it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Harry Kane is closing in on his best ever season numbers-wise. The guy is scoring 2 a game. It's absolutely mental. Like, seriously, I'm losing words to describe this guy. Like, he is phenomenal. Elise's having the season of his life. Musiala's back at the perfect time. And Diaz, numbers-wise, is putting up ridiculous numbers. And we saw this matchup in the league phase where Bayern went down to 10 men because of Luis Diaz at half-time. And they still won against PSG away at the Parc des Princes. It was 2-1. But that was a really convincing display from Bayern. And I think Company exploited a lot of the defensive flaws in this PSG system because they do play very riskily. They play very risky football, PSG, but it works for them. I mean, Mendes and Hakimi are the two best fullbacks in the world. So if you're looking at the teams, quality-wise, it's very difficult to decide, man. I think overall, as a defensive unit, it's a very tough one to decide because you're looking at centre-backs. Bayern have got a very solid duo. Upamecano sometimes has a bozo moment in the biggest moments, but he's been very good for them this season. Locked up Vinny in the last game. And he did make a few errors, but they didn't exploit it. And with Pacho Marquinhos, Pacho's been insane this season. Marquinhos has a bozo in him too, don't get it twisted, but he's Mr. PSG. I'm not going to disrespect him, but Hakimi and Mendes, I think, are far better than the two Bayern ones in terms of all-round. But Lima and Stanisic are underrated, man. Lima especially is a very good utility player. He's been solid, man. So defensively, they're both very difficult to decide, but the midfield three is where it's going to be very interesting because the midfield battle, Kimmich is phenomenal, don't get it twisted. Pavlovic has looked very exciting, but in terms of the midfield three fluidity, I think PSG have got that midfield battle. Vitinha, Neves, Zaire Emery, Fabian Ruiz obviously coming back from injury. Zaire Emery stepped in brilliantly. It's an insane midfield three, man. That is going to be, I think it's going to be decided in the midfield because attack-wise, they're both stacking up brilliantly against each other, man. I mean, Dembele, Kvara, and Doué are probably the most fluid attacking three in the world, for sure. And Olise, Kane, and Diaz, in terms of a three, are insane as well. And they're adding Musiala to that. The firepower is mental. So I think it's going to be a very close game. And it will be decided in individual moments. Could someone make an error like Neuer, for example, who's got them in him? Safonov as well. It's going to be very interesting, man. But because it's at home, guys, I just think PSG will edge it. They will edge it. Gnabry's out for the season for Bayern, who's looked very good for them in the system. Leonard Carl as well, but Musiala is a phenomenal talent. Really good player. So I think it's going to be very tight. But I will slightly edge it to PSG. I just think at home, they're going to want revenge. Bayern's record against PSG in the knockouts is insane. They need to take advantage of this leg here. And I think it could be quite high scoring as well. I was going to say 2-1 PSG, but I'm going to go 3-2 PSG. But this is a very difficult one, man, because if you're looking at numbers, no one comes close to Bayern's attack. So Bayern are phenomenal. And I need to do a combined 11 video on this because that is a very difficult one to decide. But I think Bayern are definitely going to be in the game and they're going to have a lot of chances, but it's whether they take them. And PSG will have chances as well. It's going to be a really back and forth battle, really. It's going to be all-out attack versus all-out attack. It's going to be insane. Let me know what you guys think. But I'll go 3-2 PSG for this one. Let's see what happens. And the next game is Atletico Madrid-Arsenal. Now, as an Arsenal fan, am I worried about this one? Guys, I'm going to be honest. My focus is on the Premier League because we haven't won it in so long. Obviously, the Champions League, I'd absolutely love to win it. Like, we've never won it. And I love the Champions League. And it's brilliant we've got to the semi-finals. But my eyes are more on the Fulham game. But this game is insane. And it's big for our season. Because if we can get a draw here, it's not a bad result at all. We go back to the Emirates. And I think we'll be the favourite. But away at Atletico Madrid is never easy. I know their form recently has been abysmal. Like, look at the state of it. But it's context, guys. I'm pretty sure their president has given Simeone, like, the permission to just basically not lose games, but play rotated teams in the league. Because, guys, you got to realise they're not going to win the league. They're comfy in top 4. They're 10 points ahead of 5th. They don't care about the league. They just need top 4. That's it. So they've been forfeiting games, basically, for the longest. They lost the Copa del Rey final, which is really bad. That's a trophy lost there to Sociedad, which is a bit poor for them. But they don't care about the league. They've been resting teams, like against Barca. They were rotating teams in the league just to focus on the Champions League because this is their season. This is their season, the Champions League. If they can win it, it would be phenomenal because the amount of times they've stumbled late is very, very peak for them, with Real Madrid, obviously, historically beating them in finals. But they're a very good side. Simeone's really adapted, man, because people are weird, man. Like, people really think this is the Haram Derby. 2 defensive teams. Not at all, because Simeone's kind of changed the way Atleti approach games. If they're up, like against Barca, they'll defend for their lives, of course, if they've got a lead. But he's created a team that's very attackingly fluid, man. Griezmann and Alvarez are really good together, man. Alvarez is an absolute baller. Lookman's been a brilliant signing. Sorloth is mad off the bench. They got some brilliant players. Simeone's really stepped up. Llorente's fantastic. Like, they got some great players. And with us, in terms of fluidity, we haven't seen it in the attack for a long, long time. I mean, we got a big win at the weekend, but it'll be interesting to see who lines up. I don't think this will be the Atletico Madrid team. If Lookman is injured, which would be a big blow, then that's a massive loss. They've obviously lost Barrios, one of their most consistent midfielders, which is a big loss as well. That midfield too is not the quickest at all. But yeah, I don't think this will be the Atletico Madrid team. If Oblak is fit, he will start. But Musso has been amazing as a backup. I think Musso will probably keep his place because he's been in great form for them. With the rest of the team, I'm not too sure. I know Pubil's been solid. Ruggeri as well. It'll be interesting, man, to see who they line up with. I think Griezmann will start, though. Griezmann and Alvarez front twos work really well. And Sorloth is a brilliant bench player. So it'll be interesting. Barrios is a big loss for them. And with us, it'll be really interesting to see who he lines up with because we got a massive game against Fulham at the weekend, but that is obviously on the Sunday, so we got enough time to recover, but you can't risk any injuries to key players. As the strongest lineup we could go with, I think this would be it, to be honest. Saka on the right, but I don't think he'll start Saka. I think he'll keep Madueke in the lineup, with Saka possibly starting against Fulham if he's fully fit, and I'd do that as well. It's not worth risking Saka in a first leg when he's only just come back from injury. Gyökeres up front. Havertz obviously out, which is a big loss because he's looked decent in the last 2 games. But he hasn't taken chances. There is that dilemma there. But I think Gyökeres will start. Eze on the left, I'd keep him there as well. We can't risk him getting injured. I know he got a little niggle last game. It's worrying. I mean, Martinelli, I think, is fit. So I may go with Martinelli, but that front 3 of Madueke, Martinelli and Gyökeres really doesn't work, guys. So there's a real dilemma here for Arteta. Does he risk Eze after nearly getting injured last game? It's a big game, though, so I do get it. And if precautionary comes into it, just take him off. But Odegaard, Zubimendi, Rice, I think he'll go with that. And the back 4, it explains itself. I mean, maybe he tries Calafiori, resting Capier. I'd look at maybe resting a few, but at the same time, you don't want to lose here. So it's an interesting one, man. And we got quite a few injuries. Timber's not back yet. Havertz is obviously injured. And Calafiori's got a knock with Eze. So it's really interesting. So we'll have to wait and see who he lines up with. But this one, again, I think it's going to be really tight. Not in the same way as this. It's not going to be like gun for gun in terms of attack. But I do think it will be attacking display. Like, they're going to go for it, Atletico Madrid. They're at home. They need to get something from this. And we're going to have to be on the back foot at times with not controlling as much possession. But when we do get chances, we just got to take them. I think we will get chances, but it's about taking them away at Atletico Madrid. I don't think it will be as high scoring as this game, but I do think there'll be goals in this one. And yeah, I don't think we'll win. I'm going to put that out there. I don't think we will. And if we do, oh my word, what a result. But I'm leaning more towards a draw here, if I'm being honest. I think it could be maybe a 2-2. A 2-2. But do I think both teams will score 2 goals? That's the thing. We're getting narrow wins at the moment, like against Newcastle. We're not creating too much, and we got to improve that for this game. 1-1's looking more likely, but I'll go 2-2 just for entertainment value. I want a big performance. That's what I want from this one. Don't lose, obviously, but I want a big performance. To take back to the Emirates, we need a draw. We need a draw. Obviously, a win's phenomenal. And a little loss, like a 2-1, isn't the end of the world, but we need to keep the results positive. So that's going to be a huge game. I'll go 2-2 for that one. But let me know what you guys think. And obviously, the second legs, we're at home for that, and Bayern are at home. So both home teams need to take advantage of these first legs. They really do. In this game, PSG Bayern is going to be absolutely insane. I cannot wait for this game right here. Let me know what you think of my predictions down below. What you think of the lineups, who's going to play, etc. But make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below your thoughts. But it's been Jay-Z Knows Ball, and I'm out. Peace out, guys. Take care.